Here are some interesting facts.
The longest living person on Earth was a woman, who lived to be 122 years and 164 days old.
Compared to the average human lifespan today, which is 72 years. Cats are similar, with the oldest cat living to 38 years old.
But dogs are not as lucky as us. These adorable, silly creatures are humanity's best friends.
They truly feel pain. A 13-year-old person has their whole life ahead of them.
But a 13-year-old dog is already considered an elder.
While it takes us 18 years to stop growing, a dog usually reaches full maturity in just 18 months.
Canines also have their own rankings. An Australian cattle dog born in 1910 lived a glorious 29 years.
That's impressive. Most dogs live an average of 10 to 13 years, depending on the breed.
Of course, lifestyle and health also play an important role, but that's another story.
We've all heard the statistic. 1 dog year equals 7 human years.
However, that 1:7 ratio is not as simple and universal as it seems. Here's how it works. In their first year of life, dogs reach 15 human years. After that, they add about 4 years for each birthday. After 6 years, large dog breeds begin to age rapidly.
This might explain why a Great Dane ends its life at 10 years old.
But a Chihuahua can reach double that number. The question is, why?
Scientists have tried to find an explanation for decades, not just about larger breeds having shorter lifespans,
but about the entire dog species. What creates the limit?
And why do cats live longer than their loyal dog friends?
These questions were first asked by Aristotle back in the BC era.
Clearly, they didn't have the technology or medical knowledge we have today. So, philosophers suspected the reason was humidity.
He believed, for example, that elephants lived longer than mice because they contained more fluid. Of course, the humidity issue is incorrect, but his observation was quite accurate overall.
Larger animals tend to live longer than smaller animals. For nearly a century, people believed that creatures with fast metabolisms didn't live long,
because their bodies wore out quickly. But that's not entirely accurate.
At least according to experts researching aging in animals and humans.
Let's consider our parrot friends. Their hearts beat up to 600 times per minute.
But they have an average lifespan of 20 to 50 years.
Their size has a lot to do with it, but they still live longer than many other creatures.
Even those with slower metabolisms. Another theory about why some animals live shorter lives
is that they face things called free radicals. These are toxins in the environment that we encounter daily.
Over time, they damage cells and cause aging. So, if you think larger animals have more cells in their bodies, they can't feel the adverse effects of these free radicals as significantly as smaller animals with fewer cells.
Larger species living longer may simply be a result of them being higher up in the food chain. Like elephants and whales, some of the largest creatures on the planet.
It takes them longer to develop because few species dare to attack them, right? Meanwhile, mice and other small creatures easily and quickly start their lives.
They rush to grow up and reproduce as early as possible, so their species doesn't go extinct.
Okay, but those are animals living in the wild, not in cozy homes with owners caring for them.
So why don't dogs live longer? Well, first, dogs didn't appear to be pets. But we have a long history of companionship.
Humans and canines have been friends for thousands of years.
DNA shows that wolves and dogs diverged about 100,000 years ago.
The oldest fossils show that dogs were domesticated around 14,000 years ago.
So, unlike us, who just started welcoming wolf descendants into our homes, we admired our new friends so much that we even drew them in some caves in Saudi Arabia 10,000 years ago. But some scientists believe we domesticated our dog friends much earlier than that.
Perhaps that's why they don't live long. We've spoiled dogs with the comforts of domestic life.
Not to mention breeding them to create new adorable breeds like Maltipoo, Chiweenie, and Puggle.
Have we messed too much with ancient wolf DNA? That's a fair question. The only problem is that wolves only live 6 to 8 years. Yes, not as long as dogs. Well, the harsh conditions of nature probably have something to do with that.
There's a theory that dogs don't live long because they are very social.
They live in packs, right? Usually, when a species lives in a pack, they have a higher chance of spreading diseases. Meanwhile, cats evolved to protect themselves from predators, and we can still see that today. This independent nature can extend an animal's lifespan by about 3 years.
That's why cats often live longer than dogs. There are other small creatures that live longer because they can avoid dangers.
Typically, bats and naked mole rats, which are like tiny hairless walruses.
Both have an average lifespan of 20 to 30 years. Now, we address the topic of small breeds, which is a bit more complex.
Especially since some small dogs live longer than larger ones.
An Irish wolfhound, weighing 70 kilograms, is lucky if it lives past 9 years.
Have you ever noticed that the biggest dogs often have the shortest lives? In general, small dogs live much longer than giant breeds. Many small breeds can live 15 to 20 years.
But giant breeds often live only 6 to 10 years.
Scientists believe large dogs simply age faster because they grow incredibly quickly.
That rapid growth places enormous stress on their bones, heart, and every cell in their body.
Large breeds are also more likely to develop serious health problems as they grow older.
Small dogs place less strain on their bodies, allowing many of them to stay healthy much longer. No matter their size, every dog deserves a life filled with love. Because what matters most isn't how long they're with us.